It's important for me to tell my story here because I felt really alone as a kid. I was born with an enlarged spleen and liver, and it wasn't until the age of 3 that I was diagnosed with Niemann-Pick B, or ASMB. My first memory was getting the liver biopsy and the adults trying to coax me into being comfortable, coax me into the giant needle going into me, really. They tried really hard to make it comfortable. It wasn't. And they didn't know what to do. There's no frame of reference, it's a rare disease. When I was a kid, I would get intense migraine headaches. I've always had lower back pain. When I was younger and I naturally had a smaller body and a large liver, large spleen, people noticed. So it was a pretty big deal of social isolation. I wasn't supposed to ride a bike. I wasn't supposed to play soccer, football, hockey, rollerblade, any of the things that I really loved. For a long time, it was a list of no's. Around the age of 25, 27, I started vomiting in the morning when I would wake up, and doctors believe that that's from the pressure of my spleen and liver on my stomach in the morning. Makes it really sensitive. So I started to pay more attention to it. I would walk up a flight of stairs and just be absolutely winded. And all of these simple things that I could always do, I just couldn't do them anymore. And it was really humbling because I like to do a lot of things. I like to ride motorcycles, I like to make art, I like to go out on walks and go to concerts and stuff. And we're in Colorado, so the air is pretty thin. And I just noticed it. Most people didn't know I had Niemann-Pick. I wouldn't talk about it to my friends, because I don't look like I have a disease. So it just brought more questions than I had answers to. So the more I talked about it and the more of a dialogue I built around it, it's cool, it's great. I feel validated in some of the things that I go through, but the reality is that it takes away a lot because now I notice. When I had that turning point and I realized that my life was not gonna look the way all of my friends' lives were and the way that society told me my life should look. I was in a relationship and I was thinking of having kids. I was thinking of proposing. That was a hard pill to swallow, that if I do that, this person is agreeing to a life with somebody who, well, it's gonna be different. So. I try to participate in life as much as I'm allowed, So I'm gonna make art and I'm gonna make coffee and I'm gonna contribute to the community. I pray and I meditate a lot, and the things that I pray and I meditate on are the privilege that I've had to be so able-bodied and to be so normal. And other than that, I try to be of service. I try to focus on other people's stories, on other people's experiences, on other people's pain and their process. I try to be there to support my community. So the opportunity to tell my story and to hopefully make it to where someone else doesn't feel alone, that they feel like they have a voice, that other people are going through it, that makes me happy. It's really the only reason I'm doing it. It's because I felt really alone.